All right. Good morning, everyone. Can everyone hear me? Please, if you can hear me in the chat, please let me know. Drop a yes in the chat so I can know that you guys can hear me. Good morning. I can see Emmanuel. Good morning, Emmanuel. Good morning, um, Kinsley. Good morning, Amid. Kindly confirm from the chat if you guys can hear me. Please, if you can hear me in the chat. All right, I can see. Okay, very good. Thanks for that confirmation. Amid, good morning. Elt, good morning. Kinsley, Emanuela, good morning. All right, please, I want you guys to drop where you are currently streaming us from right now. So whatever state you're streaming us from, whatever school you're streaming us from, please go ahead to drop that in the comments. So let me know from Lagos, from Ibadan, from um yes, from Oshu State, from OAU, whatever school you're streaming us from, please go ahead to drop it in the chat. I can see the chat popping already. Um I mean, thanks for that, right? Yes, we upgraded. Elt, thank you very much. Anambra State, Akwa Ibom from Nigeria. Wow, that's awesome. Good morning, guys. It's really nice to have you all here. I can see. Good morning, Samuel. Yeah, Ajube Samuel. I'm not sure if I pronounced that right. Permit me. But good morning, you guys. I hope you guys are doing well. So if you are from Philomath family, if you are from Enoch sub, please go ahead to drop that also in the chat so I can know um which platform is most active today. All right, I can see Emanuela from Imo State. Really, we have people all over the country, right? We have from Anambra, from Akwa Ibom, from Imo State. That's really awesome. It's really nice to have you guys here. So let me know if you're from Philomat's family or you're from Enoch sub. Please do well to drop that in the comment section also. All right, I can see from Enoch sub. All right, Enoch sub, you highly welcome. If you are also from Tech with Daveworld, you can also drop that in the chat. All right, I can see you guys are highly welcome to today's section. Today, we are going to be talking about basically introducing you guys to Enochs Hub, right? From Lagos, Samuel, it's really nice to have you, right? So we're going to be introducing you guys to Enochs Hub. Basically, the do's and don'ts that you need to know when you are starting the tech class with us, which is very important, right? So basically today we're going to be talking about the things that you need to know, the things that you need to watch out for, how to get the most out of the course. And trust me, it's going to be a very interactive section. All right, I can see um David, you are highly welcome. Philomat family, okay. Emanuela, you highly welcome. Kingsley from Abuja, all the way from Abuja, you guys are highly welcome. So today's class is going to be an interactive section, right? We're going to be talking about Enochs Hub in general, basically introducing you to Enochs Hub Vectim and the do's and don't of the class, what you need to know and what you need to watch out for. All right. So Philoma's family from Lagos, Ibanga, Alfred, you are highly welcome. All right. Enochs Hub, all right. I can see you guys are popping up already. You are highly welcome. It's gonna be a very interactive one. Please, if you have any question when I'm presenting, please do well to drop it in the chat. I'm following you guys, right? So I'm going to be watching out for everything. You want to drop that in the chat, and trust me, if you guys can pay attention, you're going to get the most out of the class, all right? All right, so without any further ado, let's get started with the video. All right, all right. Today we're going to be talking about Enoch Sub Tech class orientation. As I've mentioned before, this is going to be the do's and don'ts that you need to know when you are starting the class with us. And to be honest, it's very important, right? Because if we don't go ahead to tell you guys all this, there's no how you guys would really understand what the class is about and how the class is going to be structured. And trust me, it's going to be a very nice one because today we are going to cover questions that have been asked by our student mostly. Um, when is the class starting? How is the class going to hold? What do we need to know when we are starting the class? is going to be covered it's going to be covered today, right? So make sure you pay attention. All right. All right. So all right. So the first thing that we need to know is, I can see some people are still joining us again. Oh, Victoria from Lagos, you guys are highly welcome. All right. So the first thing that we're going to be talking about today is, so let me just go ahead to adjust my camera here so you guys can see the screen very well. All right, very good. So the first thing that we're going to be covering is the introduction, right? We're going to be talking about what Enochs Hub platform is all about, right? And this is where you're going to understand why Enochs Hub is actually doing the free class for you guys, which is very, very awesome. To be honest, um, if I saw something like this when I started my tech career journey, like a family or a group that's going to be organizing classes for us like this, I'm going to be super, super excited, right? So we're going to see about what Enochs Hub is about, what the platform is about, how they came about, and what they've been doing in this tech space of recent. Then after, we're going to move forward talking about our primary goals, which is very, very important as a as a platform in general, as a community in general also. I'm sure the Philemon family, if you are here, we did the orientation on Saturday, right? If you were there, they talked about the Philomath family, how they came about. I mean, I don't know if you guys saw the clothes they did also, which was very, very amazing, right? So basically, we're going to talk about our primary goals, um, and also the do's and don'ts of Enochs platform, right? And after, we're going to look at our area of growth, right? Where we are looking at growing in our tech platform, the tech classes we're going to be covering, Enochs is going to be covering. Then after, we're going to look at our the course instruction, right? What you need to do, um, steps you need to follow to get the best out of the course. And briefly after that, we'll look at summary and we're going to ask questions, right? Because I know some of you guys have questions, like a lot of questions that need to be answered, and we are going to be answering all your questions today, right? So just do well to pay attention. All right. So next on my list is, can we all hear me from the chat? If you can hear me, please kindly drop a yes confirmation so that we can move on with the class. Okay, yes, you guys can hear me. Awesome, awesome. All right. So introduction, right? Who is Enochs Hub, or what is the platform about? And to be honest, Enochs Hub is just a dynamic platform for positive change, right? Um, Positive change, community development, and basically what Enochs Hub majorly focus on is, we focus on equipping individuals. All right. Okay, you guys can hear me very good. So we focus on equipping individuals, right? We notice that most youth nowadays, there's always a complaint that there's no work, there's nothing, classes are not free, tech classes are not free. It's very, very difficult to find tech classes, which is true actually. It's very, very expensive to some extent. But what industry is trying to do is, it's trying to cut off that literacy that is happening between people right now. Clifford from Worry, you're highly welcome. All right, so I will focus on equipping individuals, right, with essential skills, right? So either be it in forex, in tech, web development, data science, data analysis, Enochs Hub platform covers all of that. And basically, through impactful programs, right? Like I said earlier, we do tech programs, we do business, and more, right? But this platform, we are going to be covering the tech aspects, right? So if you are into data analysis, data science, or web development, this is what this particular tech platform is going to be about, right? And let's look at some of the achievements that Enochs Hub has done already. To be honest, if you guys know about Enochs Hub before, you would see that Enochs Hub have actually done some positive change in the community, right? So you can see right here, he has met with VCs, university VCs, um, proposing to them how he intended on impacting today's world, right? So basically, what he did is, he went to different universities, right? OAU, Union, Shun, Abuad, Lead City, you can name it, right? He has met with different VCs and different youth ambassadors in those cities, telling them how we can actually improve their community by offering them scholarships, right? So he has done scholarships for students, he has sponsored people businesses, he has sponsored tech class, he has done charity to the homeless people and all of that, right? So basically Enochs Hub is all about positive change and innovative and solving innovative solutions, right? And also we just launched a new um video that we're going to be doing weekly, which is going to be actually interviewing people, um getting to know what they are really doing in that space. Like of recent, we completed like a live stream that we did with one of our cybersecurity enthusiasts, Shioluwa. You can check out the video. Is on YouTube. The YouTube channel is currently displayed on the screen, so you guys can do well to check it out. All right. So those are the achievements that we've done over the years, and Enough started last year, right? We started last year, sometimes around I think March or April. That was when Enoch's Up started, and to be honest, we've really achieved a lot, right? All right, so on to the next. There's this nice word of mine that I like saying. It says, when your primary goals are clear, right, distraction lose their power. And to be honest, this is very important, right? Because what I noticed nowadays is some people, they just tend to be distracted whenever they want to start learning that tech career journey, right? So for example, if you say you want to learn data analysis, for example, right now, and what you are doing is just saying, I will learn it. Okay, I need to learn Python, for example, I need to learn Excel, I need to learn Power BI, for example, right? So what they do is they just say, okay, I have this goal, right? Whatever it is, they don't say it, but they don't really pinpoint their primary goal, why they want to learn it, right? And to be honest, Enoch's Hub have its own primary goals, right? And I've talked about it at the beginning of the class. So let me just go ahead to highlight more about Enoch's Hub primary goals, right? So our primary goal is to eradicate financial literacy. That is our primary goal, right? So whatever we are doing across Enoch's Hub, right? Be it tech class, be it forex, be it business, whatever we are doing, our main primary goal is to eradicate financial literacy, right? And how do we do that? By offering classes, by teaching students, right? Forex, web development, data science, data analysis, whatever it is, name it, right? And you can see that I also mentioned it here that including male and female forex classes, right? Freelancing, if you want to get into freelancing, that's something that is really popping up nowadays. We are going to cover it for you guys. All right, so that is our primary goals, and you can see that I also the tech class you are joining actually. I hope you all know that already. That the tech class you are joining is just one of many ways we aim to empower the next generation, right? So just to have it at the back of your mind that this tech class is just one of the primary way to actually empower the next generation. That's very important for you guys to know. All right. So moving forward, let's look at the next quote by Wayne. Yeah, are you guys following me? Please, if you are following me, let me see a yes in the comment section. All right, so the next quote is by Wayne. Yeah, it says, "If you believe it will work, you will see opportunities, and if you believe it won't, you will see obstacles." Right. So, what I want you guys to have in mind when you are joining this tech classes, you have to believe that it's going to work out, right? So let me just go ahead to hide my face so you guys can see the screen very well. All right. So I want this to actually be at the back of you guys' mind, right? It is very important, right? If you believe that it will work, trust me, it will work, right? If you put your mind that okay, this 3 month tech class, I'm going to do all it takes to actually gain the best out of this class, it's going to work out, right? If you believe, but if you believe that it won't, if you're having one mind that okay, it might not. What? How about if this happen? How about those that have classes when we are having our live classes? What am I going to do? I'm not sure I'm going to make it, right? So if you're having those kind of thoughts in your mind, trust me, you're going to see obstacles, right? So what I want you guys to do is, if you believe that it will work, be determined, right? So what you're going to do is, if you're not saying that okay, some things are not going to come in place, what you cannot go ahead to do is to actually go ahead to now say, okay, if this is not going to happen, how can I approach this problem, right? How can I do the next thing, right? And that's very, very important for you guys to know, right? So this is our area of growth that we're going to be focusing right here in this class, right? So the first one is programming, right? So the first one is programming, and this aspect we're going to be teaching you guys how to actually write code, right? How to program, right? I noticed that majorly one of the reason people run away from tech is because of the issue of writing codes, right? And to be honest, that is what we're going to try to build with you guys, right? Teaching you guys how to actually write code from scratch, right? And I'm going to show you guys the statistics of our form that we dropped on the group. So by the way, if you have not filled that form, please go ahead to fill that form. It's very, very important because that's the form that whatever email you attach there is the email that you're going to be having, you're going to be using to access your course materials, right? And that form is very, very important because if you do not fill that form, there's no how you are going to be able to have access to the course materials. I'm going to talk about that in a minute, right? So we're going to cover the programming aspects, and programming aspect also going to cover web development, right? We are covering data analysis, right? Freelancing, how you can actually make money online without going anywhere, how you can apply for jobs, how to basically network, and all of that. We're going to be teaching you all of that. And lastly, we're going to be covering data science also. So this is our area of growth for this tech class, which I want you guys to actually take note of. All right. So for the start that we carried out, we asked you guys, how do you guys want us to actually take you guys this tech class in general? And we got some response, right? And basically the response that we got was just okay, we want you guys to take us, but what we want to do is, um you guys want visual class? Do you want hands-on training? Do you want group discussion and live session? And to be honest, this was the start that we got, right? Half, almost half of you guys requested for codings and video tutorials, and majorly it was coming from the web development aspect, right? So, and most people that wanted to dive into data analysis picked live session. I mean, it was all over around live session, hands-on group discussion, and live and visual and visuals also, right? So coding videos slash tutorials. And to be honest, we're going to be covering those different aspects, right? And what do I mean by that? So the first thing that we're going to do is the visuals. You're going to see coding tutorials, right? For some of your classes, they are going to be coding. All right, so you're going to be seeing live sections. Basically, um, we are going to be dropping tutorials for you guys to actually help you guys um, to give you guys live coding tutorials that's going to be helpful for you guys, right? And we're also going to do hands-on, right? There are going to be some sessions where we are going to be doing hands-on training, and basically what's going to happen in this hands-on training is we're going to do live sections like doing one-on-one coding challenge with you guys, like coding live, right? It's very, very important because you get to see how we are actually coding and how companies are actually building innovative solutions with the different stacks that you're going to be using, right? So either be it Python, Excel, Power BI, Tableau, SQL, HTML, CSS. There are going to be live sessions also, right? So this session is going to really help you guys uh to see how we are doing it on a real world base, right? Which is very, very important, right? And these are the different aspects that we're going to be covering. So each class might be visuals, hands-on, group discussion, or live session, right? And I want you guys to take notes, right? So next is our level of experience, people that applied for this tech class in particular, right? So looking at the level of experience from you guys, we noticed that over 90% of you guys said that you are beginners, which is very, very interesting. I really like this because it's going to actually make us focus on teaching beginners that really want to start, right? From scratch, right? So everything we're going to be doing is from scratch majorly, because we can start from the start here. Oh, only 9.2% people have the intermediate experience. All right. So and it's very, very interesting because personally I'm going to be taking you guys Python programming language, and we are going to be taking it from scratch. So I can see that um Relevance TV is saying, I signed up for data analysis. Hope I'm on the right track, please. Yes, of course, you're on the right track, right? So I believe that so let me just go back a minute, right? Um so let me go back to this our area of growth, right? Stan Relevance TV, I hope you are with me, right? So I believe that for you to actually join this tech platform, you already know what you want to learn, right? So there's no need of us doing introduction to picking your career paths, right? Because I already believe that you guys have done research. You already know what you want to learn. For example, if you want to learn data analysis, data science, you've already picked the career path that you want to learn right now, right? I don't believe you guys are still on say you guys are still saying, okay, I want to learn data science or data analysis or web development. I believe you guys already know what you want to learn, right? And we are going to be doing introduction to all these different career paths that you have taken, right? So make sure to stay tuned to your class and be active always, right? All right, so we said the level of experience that we have currently in this particular career class is beginners, right? And we are going to be taking you guys from scratch, right? Trust me, one of the major issues that beginner actually face right now is um not getting a solid understanding of programming language that they want to learn, right? So because we have AI tools out there now, I don't know if you guys know something that's called vibe coding, right? So beginners think that, okay, since we have AI tool out there, whenever I want to work, I can just, use AI, blah blah blah, search for my answer, and I'm good to go. But to be honest, this AI tool out there, nice, amazing, but if you do not really understand the concepts, right, you're going to be having back and forth when you're writing programming languages, right? And that's why our Python class is going to be like almost live sections throughout, right? Because this Python class is going to be the basic programming language you'll be learning. If you want to do data analysis, data science, Python is super, super important, right? If you actually also want to do backend development, Python is very, very important, right? So we are going to be doing hands-on live session, and we are going to be holding you guys hand, right? We're going to be giving you guys assignments, projects that you work on also, so you can actually grab the concept of Python programming language or whatever language you are learning, right? We are also going to have, as I mentioned earlier on before, we are also going to have pre-recorded content for you guys. We're going to have um group discussion, right? Group discussion. The English is actually kind of hard, right? So basically, what we're going to be doing is we're actually going to also check up on you guys, right? Um, either be it calling on the group platform, get to hear from each student how they are doing, um, how well they are going with the class, and all of this is going to be done because we asked you guys and you guys said you actually needed it, right? So we're going to be covering that, right? So now meet with our teams, right? So these our teams are very, very important because These are the tutors that are going to be teaching you guys, right? So you already know me, Daveworld. I love to be called Daveworld, but my name is Enjola David Ademola. Right. So I'm gonna be covering that, right? So we also have Janet, right? Me, I'm a web developer and a data scientist, right? So when it comes to web development, writing, React, Next.js, TypeScript, HTML, CSS. Trust me, I have solid experience with that. And when it comes to data science and AI, I also have solid foundation because I've worked with compliance, right? I've built innovative products before using these tech stacks, right? LLM, generative AI, name it, whatever it is, right? I have solid foundation in it, right? And we also have Janet, right? So Janet is a data analyst and she's also going to be teaching you guys Excel and Power BI, right? She's a very, very good tutor. She knows how to carry her student along. And if you have any question, whatever question you have, please don't hesitate at all. Do well to actually ask me. You can ask me or you can ask your tutors, whatever question you have. If you are confused, anyway, please do well to always ask us, right? We also have Greatness, right? Greatness is a data scientist, but in Enochs Hub, she's going to be covering SQL, right? Basically, how you can write SQL using PostgreSQL, um, how to filter tables, how to do those cool stuff with SQL. If you guys know SQL, right, you might not really know those terms I'm mentioning right now. You might not know Power BI, all of that. But tomorrow, when you get to do your introductory class to your sections, right, you are going to get to know the tools that you need to use, right? So she's going to be taking you SQL. And we also have Diamond, right? Diamond is a software developer, and trust me, he is working for different tech companies, right, as a software developer. He's very, very good. And you can check him out on LinkedIn. I think his LinkedIn name is Adedeji Ayomide. um I'll try to add the LinkedIn page of our tutors to the description box so you guys can actually follow them along, right? So this will be our tutors, and these are the course sessions that you're going to be covering, right? So if you guys have any question regarding any part, please do well to reach out to your tutors. They are always here to help you out. All right. So our course instruction, right? To be honest, today I don't want to waste much of your time because I just want to do the introduction part to Enochs Hub, right? And also get you guys to understand what you need to know to get started with the class. All right. So the first thing on my list is commitment and discipline. It's very, very important, right? Very, very important, right? And I love to actually say this. Not that I love to say it, but it's something that is always common, right? Not every student who starts will finish the program. And to be honest, it's very, very true because based on my experience, I noticed that some students tend to give up. That's why we are trying to actually do follow up on you guys, right? Either be it by group discussion, right? Following you guys along and trying to catch up, right? But we really want serious students. We really want serious and dedicated students only, right? And only those who remain committed will actually reach the end of this course, right? For the Philomath family, if you guys attended your orientation on Saturday, I think we had an amazing speaker that also spoke about that, right? You need to be committed. Tech is not something that you just do and get rich on time, right? So let me just give you guys a quick tip, right? And the quick tip I'm gonna be giving you guys is very, very simple, right? And what is this quick tip, right? The quick tip is if you want to get very, very good in this tech career, right? What you need to do is just to learn the basics, learn the fundamentals of different tools that you want to use, right? So, for example, for example, if you want to learn, if you're learning Excel currently, or if you're learning Python, right? So for backend developers, Python is very, very good for backend. For data analysis, data science, you can't even skip it. Python is very, very important, right? So what you need to do is just to make sure you understand the concept of Python programming language itself, right? And trust me, when it comes to complex tasks that you want to work on, complex logic, right? It's going to be very easy for you because you have the basic understanding of Python programming, and you also have AI tools that can assist you out there, right? So I'm not saying using AI tool is not good. Using AI tool is very, very awesome. But if you understand the basics of the tool that you want to use, then you're using AI tool, then trust me, it's going to be perfect, right? So that's the quick tip for you guys. The quick tip for you guys is going to be to make sure to learn the basic of the tools that you're going to be using in class, right? Very, very important. And next is use of materials, right? So you are going to be provided with materials in your class, right? And these materials, some materials are going to cover the things that you really need to do to get the most out of that particular tool that you are using, right? So you might be giving materials on your assignments. For example, if you are using Excel, they might send the course material to you. Python, you're going to need the code files, right? Which is going to be uploaded on GitHub, right? I'm going to teach you guys how to use GitHub also, by the way, because GitHub is very, very important to actually communicate and to actually communicate our code files, right? I'm going to be uploading our code files for you on GitHub. I'm going to teach you how to use GitHub also, right? So um all course materials, including video links and other resource provided by the tutors, must be strictly followed as instructed. It's very, very important, right? So these resources are key to your success in the course, right? And to be honest, I know that some of you guys might think, oh, since they're giving us course material, should we go ahead to proceed to sourcing for our own material ourselves? Trust me, you can, right? So because we are taking you tech class does not mean you guys can go ahead to actually um do your additional get additional resources of whatever tools or platform that you need, right? You can do that. It's surely allowed. It's just a way to actually um show that you are committed to to go extra mile, right? And if you see any course material that you say, okay, do you can also ask the tutor, all right? You can say, okay, Daveworld, I saw this online. Is it am I good to go ahead to use this course material? Is it something you think I can use? And if the tutor actually recommend it for you guys, then trust me, we are good to go. So I can see the if you guys are actually hearing me, please I want to see a yes in the chat, right? Let me see a yes in the chat so I can know you guys are following me because sometimes YouTube live can be funny at times. So let me just say a yes in the chat. All right, very good. I'm good to go. I'm good to go. Right, I can see from Emanuela from um Banga. You guys' name are actually really, really nice. Banga. Okay, we have Akintude, we have Elt, we have Amid, we have Studios, we have Rashid. You guys, okay, very, very good, awesome. Yes, I can see your chat. Samuel, I can see your chat. Yes, very good. Michelle, all right. So, the last thing here in the course instruction would be um a positive and respectful learning environment is essential, right? Um, to be honest, if you guys want to get the most out of this course, does do well to actually respect your fellow students, right? Ask questions if you need questions. It's very, very important. For example, if you are lost somewhere, or you can actually make friends in the class. It's very, very important to make friends because trust me, one of the major issue that our tech community faces right now is that they don't have this platform where people are actually united in, right? And we are also trying to bridge that gap, right? So that's why we have this Enochs of Tech community platform that is shown right here on the screen. If you want to join the Enochs community, you can just go ahead to scan the QR code, follow us on Instagram or YouTube. We are always here to help you guys, right? And to be honest, if you have a friend too on the tech community platform, they are actually following up on yourself. You can ask questions like, okay, I got confused when the tutor was explaining this in the class. Is it something that you can help me to actually cover or explain? And if the person is ready to help, trust me, you are actually making friends, right? But if the person isn't really ready to help you like that, you can do well to ask the facilitators. We are always here to help you, right? If nobody is there to help you, trust me, the facilitators got your back. I'm also here. You can see my number in your community platform. Do well to ask me question. I'm always here to answer you, right? So please, I want you guys to go ahead to like the live stream so that I can know you guys are active, right? Go ahead to like the live stream. All right. So be considerate to your fellow students and tutors to maintain a productive class. Right. It's very, very important. Right. Please and please make sure you are very, very considerate to your fellow students and tutors to maintain a productive class. Right. All right. So David is asking if there's going to be certificates after the class, right? So currently we are looking at that. If we can see that the students that actually follow up, David, I hope you can hear me, right? If you can see that um you guys are actually following up, right? Because this will be our second batch, right? So the first batch we actually had students, but not really not all of them were able to finish the course. That's why I said not every student is going to be able to finish the course, right? But we are looking for students that are very, very dedicated, right? So if you can stay dedicated, trust me, you'll be one of the um persons that's going to collect certificates, right? All right. But yeah, but currently I can't really say if there's going to be certificate or not, right? Okay. Very good, David. I hope you get me now, David. Okay, very good. All right. So I have this question for you. When is the class starting? When is the class starting? So let me get you guys answer from the chat. When do you think the class is starting? So if you are confused when the class is going to start, the, the class has started already, right? What's the duration of the program? It depends. It depends. If you're David, if you're asking me what okay, let me see. I have Delight here first. Delight is saying, please, this the community going to fire. So Delight, I don't really get your question. You can please try to reframe it. But David, the duration of the program is going to determine, it's going to depend on the particular tech career program that you're into. So you have to be explicit. All right. So let me see. We also have, yes, the class has started already. Like the class has started. We started the class today, and we're also going to continue throughout the rest of the month, right? So this is an orientation. Very good. Yes, some are made this an orientation. Let me see. We also have Samuel said we started already. Yes, we started already. Sure, Samuel, we started the class already. So please make sure you are active for the rest of the month, whatever tech platform you're learning, data analysis, data science, whatever you're learning, please do where you're active so that you can actually follow up, right? Today, yes. Will there be any group where we will be linked up to in order to get job when we are done with class? Yes, sure, sure, trust me. And to be honest, um i've I've been asked this question many times by beginners, right? So the question that they always ask is, you're a beginner, you're just starting out, and you're already asking me how do I get jobs, right? It's very good to actually know, but I want you guys to actually acquire the skills first, right? So once you acquire the skill, then trust me, we're also going to have a class. We are going to teach you guys how to basically just um source for jobs, right? And if we also have jobs that we want to give out, right? Because sometimes we get referrals, right? so we can go ahead to refer you guys. I'm going to answer you guys question, but quickly let me just go ahead to finish my slide right before I answer you guys question. Right. So when is the class starting? The class has started today, right? So now important class guidelines, right? So these are the important guidelines that you actually need to follow. Number one, always check the video description of the class that you are currently in, right? So I'm going to show you guys example of how you can actually get the best out of the course, right? Um, for every course that you're going to be taking, there's going to be a description in every video, right? So do well to always check it out. It's very, very important, right? Number two, use timestamps. It's very, very important because I noticed some of you guys just want to skip to the important parts if you already have an idea before. But if you're a beginner, please, I will advise you to always watch through the videos, right? So don't skip any part when you are watching your tech tutorial, right? If you're a beginner, do well to watch all the video. But if you feel okay, or I was watching this part before I stopped here, the timestamp is going to help you to actually skip through the videos, right? To continue to pick out the important parts where you want to learn if you have an idea of what you want to do. I mean, it's very, very important, right? Number three, I've said it before and I'll say this over and over again. Don't hesitate to ask questions, right? If you need help, reach out. We are here to support you always. I'm always here to support you, right? um Playlists are also a great way to get a sense of how our channel is, right? Our channel is basically organized. You can check the playlist we have for SQL, for Excel, and all of that. And to be honest, tomorrow when you are doing your class or introduction, um for data analysis or data science tomorrow, you're going to get your timetable, the tools that you're going to use, the lessons you're going to cover, your course material, all of that is going to be given to you guys in your introduction class tomorrow, right? To your particular tech class that you are learning, right? So I can see that somebody's asking you 3 months, I guess. Yes. A particular class is going to span for 3 months. So that's data analysis, right? We also have for data analysis, what's the duration? For data analysis, the duration is 3 months, David. 3 months, all right. So can one person learn more than one skill? A short answer would be yes, Kingsley. But a very detailed answer would be not to learn more than one skills. Why? I have my reasons for it. If you're a beginner, one of the major pitfalls you can fall in is tutorial L, right? Trying to learn from different video sources every time over and over again, right? And it's better to just focus on one thing, master one thing very well before you go ahead to learn the next, right? So if you want to actually do excel with one, do well to pick a particular tech career path that you want to follow and learn that very well first before you go ahead to start saying, okay, I want to learn the next one, then the other, right? So so let me see. We also have some other question popping up here. We have from um Obina is saying some of us here are in 9 to 5 jobs. Hope we can catch up on some lectures we might have missed. Okay, that's a very good one, Obina. And I think someone also asked me this question. And to be honest, your classes are going to be Monday to Friday. The good part about your classes is some classes are going to be live sessions, right? And what is going to happen is they are all going to be recorded and posted on YouTube for you all, right? So um whatever class we have taken that day is going to be on YouTube, right? So, for example, if you have 9 to 5 and you feel that you can't really meet up with the class, you can actually do well to watch the recorded content, right? Because some students actually live one-on-one sections, right? And live sessions are going to be carried out. We also have pre-recorded content for you guys that we're going to give you guys also, right? So whatever one we are doing, everything is going to be on YouTube for you guys to backtrack on it anytime you want, right? So I hope I got to answer your question, Obina, right? David, you're welcome. I can see Christian is saying what's the duration for web development? So it depends. Is it front end or back end, right? Master one thing before you go to the next. Yes, very good. David, very, very essential, interesting, very good. Yes. I hope I got to answer you guys' question. All right, so let's move on now. We have next is class link will be updated weekly on your timetable, right? So what do I mean by this? You'll be given a timetable, right? Especially for data science and data analysis, right? And they're going to see all the things they are going to learn for the span of 3 months, right? And to be honest, data science and data analysis will be taking the same class, because data to be a data scientist, some of the things that you need to know, you actually need to have idea about data analysis too, right? So we're going to be taking the same class, right? And what is going to happen is you're going to see a timetable for all the class, which is going to be given to you guys tomorrow. So tomorrow, when you're having your introduction to data analysis and data science, I think you'll be giving your course material and all of that, right? And your email is very, very important. I'm saying it again. If you have not filled that form, please go ahead to fill the form. Your email is going to be important, because your email is what the email you filled in your form is what we are going to give you access to access the course materials, right? So please do well to do that, to fill that form. All right. So moving on, I also said that check-ins and follow-up will be done in your class group to ensure everyone is progressing and getting support, right? And I mentioned this earlier on, because what we notice is people just tend to start the course, right? But they actually need regular checkups also. That was why we asked the question. Um, when I was presenting earlier on, we asked the question, what um, learning style do you guys prefer, right? Some people prefer, some people chose group discussion also, which we're also going to be having, right? So we're going to follow up on you guys, not one by one. So we're going to be having like a sprint meeting, like a stand-up meeting, where we get to discuss what's going on for the week and all of that, right? So we done once in a while, so and it's be communicated to you all when it's going to be done. So please do well to always stay informed in your tech groups to actually not miss out on anything, right? Okay, very good. So in summary, um, Enochs Hub is providing you with an amazing opportunity to gain critical skills, right? Gain critical skills, which is very, very important, right? In tech field, contributing to your tech financial literacy, right? And personal growth, and get ready to embark on this journey with us, right? It's very, very important. Um, we are going to be supporting you guys with the best that we can. So you guys should just make sure that you stay connected on your group, stay active, always check your group messages daily. Is very, very important. Daily is very, very important to see updates on what is actually going on in your tech class. All right, so that's the summary of Enoch Sub in general. And if you want to connect with me, you can check out my YouTube video, my YouTube channel, Tech with Daveworld. The link is in the description box below, right? You can check out Tech with Daveworld. I have a YouTube channel also, where I also tend to share tech updates and also tech tutorials, tech and programming tutorials, right? My number is there, my TikTok and Instagram handle is there. You can follow me, whatever you want to do. If you want to connect with Enoch Sub, scan the QR code, follow us on Instagram, on YouTube. We are always here to help you guys, right? So do we have any question? Any question from you guys? Do you have any question? Okay, what's the duration of the course, sir? What course in particular? Okay, today. Okay, okay, for front end development, I think it's going to last around 3 months. Let's start for 3 months. Ademola from Bayelsa State, you are highly welcome. You are highly welcome. Do you have any question? Please go ahead to ask your question if you have question. I can see I'm saying yes in the chat. Please do well to ask your question. All right. So please, if you have question right now, we are coming to the end of the class. I told you I was not going to take much of your time. So if you have question, and most of your classes too are going to be spanning for just 1 hour, because we don't want to bore you guys with too much content, right? We might give you guys content that more than 1 hour, right? But your class live sessions mostly are going to be 1 hour, within that range, 1 hour, that range, right? And if you want to subscribe to our YouTube channel, check out Enochs Hub. Yeah, this is our platform here, Enochs Hub. You can check out some of our previous video. We've also launched a new um podcast we're going to be doing weekly, which is interviewing people and asking them how to get better in how to become better in what they are doing in the tech space. All right. So I can see we have some questions popping up here, right? So question. I can see, okay, we have, okay, I'm going to answer you guys. I'm going to answer all of you guys, right? So please do well to stay calm. So first coming up here is, what about data analysis? Um, um, I don't know. What are you asking about data analysis? You have to be explicit. If you're asking about the time frame, it's going to be 3 months. All right, when is web development class starting? It's going to be communicated to you guys, right? And that's why I said you have to stay updated in your groups, right? The class has started already, right? So when you're going to have your introductory class, it's going to be communicated to you guys on the group, right? Web development, check your group, is going to be communicated to you guys there. If you are on Philomath Family or you are on Enochs Sub or Tech with Daveworld, check your group, is going to be communicated with you guys there, right? Um, what's that? Who asked that question? Then let me see. That's Christian. Yes, Christian. So check your group. It's gonna be communicated to you guys there, right? We also have from Emmanuel. Please, sir, what's the duration of the data analysis? 3 months. I already answered that already. Alfred, for someone that started SQL, do I need to clean all my data in that? You don't need to clean all your data in that, right? So if you started SQL already, and you have basic idea. That's why I said there are playlists, right? There are timestamps on the video. If you feel you already have an idea of this particular topic that you are taking, right? What you can do is you can skip to the play, check the timestamp in the video, and skip to the one that you feel that you don't really have idea about and cover it, right? So the interesting part about this is going to be that there's going to be a capstone project for you all, right? So whatever tool you are learning, if you're learning HTML, there's going to be a project for HTML itself, right? So like a capstone project. If you're learning Excel, there's going to be a capstone project, right? Because we want to actually add this to your resume when you are building your resume, right? Because we're going to have a section where we're going to teach you guys how to build resumes also after all the classes, right? So how to build your resume, how to apply for jobs, um job job application strategies that you actually need to know to actually land jobs. We are going to teach you guys that. So for every tool you are going to be learning, Excel, there's going to be a capstone project. SQL is going to be a capstone project, right? Power BI is going to be a capstone project, and of course Python. If you are learning Python with me also, there's going to be a capstone project for Python, trust me. We're also going to go ahead to learn NumPy, Pandas, Seaborn, Matplotlib, and all of that. Don't worry, if you don't know about that, for data analysis and data science, you're going to get to know that, right? For HTML, you're going to learn tables. You're going to build projects on HTML, right? You're going to learn Flexbox, CSS, JavaScript, and also Python. Yeah. So, so what app do we need to download for data analysis? Emanuela is going to be communicated to you guys, right? So just make sure you stay tuned in your group description, in your group chats, right? And also do well to follow to check the video description of every class lesson that you're having to know what you're going to do, right? Okay, so we have from Akitunde, what's the duration of data analysis? I already answered that already. 3 months. It's gonna span for 3 months, all right? So Bamboni Gresa, please, the data science class is only live class. Okay, so for data science, we are going to have live sessions. We're also going to have pre-recorded content, and we are also going to have group discussion, right? So for data science, it's going to actually last more than data analysis, right? Because we are looking at for data science, it might last more than 3 months. That's the best information I can tell you guys right now. Because after learning Python, Excel, and SQL with data analysis students, you also need to learn machine learning, right? So and it's going to be covered in tomorrow's introductory section, right? So machine learning, how to build machine learning models, right? Supervised, unsupervised, and reinforcement, all of that. We're going to cover that, right? So data science is going to span more than data analysis class, right? Okay. So I can see I look forward to learning with the team. I mean, yes, very good. And networking, sure, right, is very good. We are also going to network, learn with the team. I mean, thanks for that. I see Abdullah, is the class every day? Yes, from Monday to Friday, right? But the best thing about the class is you can actually go ahead to learn it um when you are actually free, right? There are going to be live sessions. It would be nice if you can join the live sessions so that you can get to ask your tutor question, get to understand better, right? So for pre-recorded content, you can't ask live questions, right? You can't, right? So but the nice part is either it's being live session or either be it pre-recorded session. If you are not able to join the live session, it's going to be recorded on YouTube so you can go back to watch it. I hope you get, right? So saying that you might not be available for the live session is fine. Everybody have what they are doing, but it would be nice if you can join the live sessions, right? So I hope I got to answer you. So I'm trying to answer everybody question here. The live stream is going to end by 11 o'clock. Sorry, by 10 o'clock because I have other things to catch up with. So let me see question again. Um, Bamboni answered the question already. I see JD, is this for data science? This is general orientation, right? Whether you are doing data science, data analysis, or web development, it's a general orientation, right? That was why the link was dropped on your groups. Okay, I can see, is this for this general? I've answered that already. Um, yes, it will be held on YouTube, right? So some of your classes are pre-recorded content, and it will mostly be held on YouTube. And if it's going to be held on Google Meet or Zoom, it's going to be communicated with you guys. So stay tuned and to your class groups. Yes, Monday to Friday. So the good part is if you are not able to catch up with the time we're giving you, just make sure um you do the you watch the courses before that weekend, right? So if you are saying that okay, you only have time during the weekend, it's fine. Um It's 1 hour every day, so it's going to be 5 hours. If you can cover the 5 hours between Saturday and Sunday, you're good to go, right? So all we're trying to do is we're trying to actually teach you guys live sessions so you can actually get to interact and also um get to give you guys time that is going to be convenient for everyone, right? So the reason is because we know that some of you guys are doing 9 to 5. That's why we're just trying to do 1 hour every day. So if I do 1 hour every day, that means in a week we're doing 5 hours, right? And if you can't meet up with that 5 hours for that week, you can watch it during the weekend, right? So it depends on you, right? But it's just that it's not if you're having live sessions, it's not going to be you're not going to be able to ask live questions. You'll be able to just watch the recorded version of the video. So that's just the catch there, right? But you can watch it whenever you want to watch it. But make sure to always cover your courses before the next week. All right. Okay. Are we going to learn? You mentioned yes, they're going to learn web development also. If you are in that particular career path, we're going to learn that. What is the duration for full stack development? So for full stack development, the thing is we're going to be having your classes are going to be shuffled, right? Because you'll be learning Python for backend also, right? And it's possible that you take Python class with data analysis and data science also, right? So it might be for more than 3 months, right? But just know that you guys work are going to be like really, really intense, right? Okay. Do we have separate? Yes, sure, we have that. We have separate group for data analysis, for web development, and for data science. If you're in Philomath family, Enochs Hub, or Tech with Daveworld, we have different platforms for that. Right. So make sure you join the one that you're actually interested in. All right. So the live stream will always be 9 to 10, right? For now, yes, right. And it's also going to be updated in your timetable, right? And I mentioned that we're going to give you guys timetable tomorrow, right? So do well to check that out also. And what stack we web development learn from the course? So I mentioned that already. We're going to learn HTML. CSS, JavaScript, and Python. So do well to check it out. All right. So I think we have come to the end. This is almost 11 o'clock already. 10 o'clock already. This is 9:50, and we are going to be keeping up with time. So please do well to smash that like button, like the video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a nice day. Bye bye.